Hello, you infidels. We are back again. It is I, the gorilla, with the cowboy, the precision guided suicide vest of charting excellence, the one and only camel jockey of cryptos. He is here, and I am riding with him with my goat of Bitcoin, my Bitcoin goat. And we're going to go over the vision. What are we doing today?
I've
Visual
been
learning?
telling
No.
I've been telling everybody like that I'm Italian. Now you're blowing it.
Sorry.
It's
Watch and learn.
Watch
It's
and
Watch
learn.
and Learn Tuesdays,
Watch
where
and Learn
you watch
Tuesday.
the precision guided munition known as the cowboy.
Yeah, that's it's been fun. So in fact, the chart that we're looking at now, I drew yesterday, I believe.
Nice.
If you look at the arrows, it's not exact, but the one thing that I got right that was really important is, let me see here. Let me put on a do not disturb so like the whole world just can't read all my texts that come in here. Give me 1 second. I've already had it where they got my bank account information and all that. My social was tattooed on the back of my haram, and everybody saw it. So we got to close that out. All right, so
you have to be careful with the
haram. So I'm gonna open a new window so we can see a naked chart, because I like my charts like I like my women. Upset at me all the time. Okay, so let me see here. Let me see here. Remove the drawing tools. All right, so I drew this yesterday, and you can see that I expected this kind of a drop down. And there's a lot of metrics on here, so that's why I kind of did like a naked chart. But you can see I saw it going this way for a bit, and then I saw it gonna drop down, and then I thought it was actually gonna stay down for a minute to sort of fool people. But actually, I'll mimic this arrow on the right. And what I got important was the level to which it would drop. So the arrow I drew actually came to here. And I drew it because I could see I got a global mouse tracker deal. I drew the drop to happen to actually start right about now. So I was about, roughly, 8 hours early or something like that. But that's pretty darn good. I thought that it would actually continue this way for a minute and then pop up. Okay. And that's, just not an uncommon thing with the Bitcoin, with the Bitcoin. So what's important about that is that I had my stop loss, and I'm going to expand this to make it bigger for everybody to get a good idea of what I do with stop losses. So this is going to be watch and learn. Bitcoin is insane, and how I do my stops. Okay, that's what we're titling this show. Bitcoin is insane, and how a cowboy does stops. So I have my stop initially when I actually bought into Bitcoin with a fair amount of my entire bag, my trading bag, right about this area, kind of just in this trough that we're looking at. And I saw a stop hunt yesterday, and I'm like, okay, it actually came down a bit. I bought it here. That's what I told everybody, that I was going to buy it. And then I told everybody my stop loss is at, I think I said 34.45, I think was my original stop. So right where that blue line is right there. Now, for people who might be new to trading, what is a stop loss? Well, stop loss is something where, the whole idea of trading is you buy low and you sell high. So the idea would be that I buy, we're getting remedial on everybody since we maybe have some new listeners, but the idea is you buy low, and then somewhere up here you sell and you make a profit. Now, if the price goes down low, then you're losing money, but a lot of times it only goes a little bit and then it goes back up. Okay, so if it's going just a little bit lower, you want to, at least I want to stay in and not sell it at the bottom. Then you've lost money, and then that's not good. However, the large banks and the billionaires out there who are trading and they're manipulating the price, what they do is they actually will scare people into selling early, right? So they'll scare people into like, oh, the price is going down. All the prices go, oh, I got to get rid of it. Everybody sells. And what they do is at the very bottom, they have buy orders. And so you're actually helping them to buy cheap because they're panicking. And it's actually kind of the only way that they can get in, because they need a lot of volume. So they need a lot of people doing a lot of transactions to get their fill. And so they have algorithms. They don't even have to sell to push it down, although they do. But part of that algorithm is actually using the order book to scare people. And it's just kind of a long story what that is. But the point is that they scare you into selling into their buy orders, right? And then the price goes back up and they get to sell a lot higher. They made money and you lost money, and that's just the way that trading goes if you don't understand the way that the big boys work. So originally my stop loss was, I just chose it without looking back. I'd have to look at my time stamp, but within a pretty short amount of time, within a couple hours, I was like, you know what? I took a look and I saw that this right here that I'm about to circle is a recent low. And I noticed that my stop loss was actually above that low. And what happens here at these lows, that's where they know that the buyers really start buying heavy. So it's kind of expensive for them to push the price down further to get in cheaper. There's like a cost-effective way to do this based on a whole slew of mathematics that they have. And so basically I said, okay, well, I'm going to actually lower my stop to 34.20. And I told everybody last night that I was going to do that. And remember, this is before that candle hit. So if I were actually to do a replay, then what would happen is we'll go back to here, back to right about there. So it looked like this. And so the next candle came out, and then you have another candle, and then you have this other candle here, and then, oh, I lowered my stop loss. It's lower now, and bam. Now, had I not lowered my stop loss, then I would have been taken out of the trade, and I would have lost money. And I actually had a lot of my Bitcoin in, a lot of my trading bags. So, you know, stop losses are tricky, and, you know, it is really easy to get scared into selling out. Like these big troughs are oftentimes this BART head down. That's one of the methods that they use for that. They'll just sell really heavy into your orders, and then they'll kind of play games with your mind on the way up. Because remember, we're only looking at the 4 hours. So if you go into the 1 hour resolution, it actually looks a little scarier. Right? So down in this dip here that I was just talking about, they'll go up and people will buy, and then they'll go down and people will sell. And then they're buying, and they'll sell it, and they'll scare you into buying, and then they'll sell into it. They'll scare you into selling, and then you'll buy. I mean, it's nasty. So if you understand supports and resistances, then all these wicks that you see right here in these BART heads, that all these wicks are the bankers playing games with you and with your head. So if you understand supports and resistances, then what you basically know is where does it become too expensive based on the amount of volume in the market for the big boys to play their games. And if you understand that, then you end up like I am, and still in Bitcoin at a profit, when a lot of people probably got stopped out right there. So that's Watch and Learn Tuesdays. You know what, I don't even know if we posted the link anywhere. I think we're bums, dude. I think everybody's gonna have to watch this show after the fact.
Yeah, I guess so. So what happens when we don't have the Everseen with us?
Yeah, the Everseen could have guided us. Let me roll over there just to see if there's any questions while we got it open. I mean, this is a quick show today, so we probably won't have time to field a lot of questions. But you know, we'll at least see if there's anything real quick that we can answer before we end the show today. Let's do this. You guys can hear the clicking.
No, there's no questions, man.
You're looking in there now?
Yep, no questions.
All right, well.
All right, folks.
Go for it, dude.
All right, folks. Thank you all for listening in. Again, go to watchustrade.io, watchustrade.io, or WUT.live, and join the trade room that makes it happen. Join the cowboy, a.k.a. the precision-guided munition of crypto accuracy, and the Z, the notorious Z, the crypto necklace himself, over at the Watch Us Trade room, watchustrade.io, WUT.live, and join. $7 for 7 days. Make it happen for yourself. There is money to be made with the price moves up and the price moves down. All sorts of wonderful entertainment for you to be had and for you to be enjoyed. Check it out. watchustrade.io. And we're over and we're out.